Yes guys, welcome to this new video, and in this video we will dive into product research, finding winning products. How do you actually do proper product research in order to find winners for your e-commerce and dropshipping store? I will basically share my Shopify store that has been shared in a series that has been uploaded last year of December in 2023, plus basically all the products that I tested, my product research sheet that I used, the product research method above all, of course. So you can do exactly the same in order to find winning products right after this video, okay? It's gonna be completely raw and authentic in that sense that you can follow it along as little, let's say, as editing possible in between, let's say, me switching from screen to screen. So you guys can basically see everything that I do, okay? So what I will cover basically, first of all, is I will show you basically completely transparent what my store was as I was selling in Germany. And as I think the transparency nowadays is actually lacking from the internet, people are not willing to show most likely what they do, which makes sense, of course, on their stores that they are selling on. I think it's super important that you might have some people as well that actually share the stuff that they do on a daily basis. So I will just open up my screen. I will share my Shopify dashboard with the sales that I've been able to produce within that challenge, just to completely transparent show you that this is actually true, right? But because why should you even listen to me? So with that being said, I'm going to show you my store as well itself, as it basically has been leaked in that sense. People knew what my store was, and I think you can actually benefit from the theme that I used and also the way how I picked my products. And that's basically where this video is going to be about, product research. So with all that being said, I'm super excited to share it with you guys. Let's dive into it. All right, guys. So as you guys can see right now, this is my Shopify dashboard that I used also within the series, right? And this is my store. It's valentamode.de. It's a fashion store. I'm still using fashion in Germany, and why I will elaborate on in a second. But the reason why I changed this store to a new store is because basically within the series that I uploaded, while actually, using this store, people understood what my store was. They saw it, and from there on, they copied my products. So I just decided to open up a new store and move forward with that store. Basically the exact same, but just with a different store name, right? So as you guys can see here as well, October, let's say, of 2023, day 29, we basically were no one, right? We basically just saw, we basically just checked how the store was, right? And we saw that it was working well. So we decided to test it from the first day on October 30th of the 2023. And we did directly right off the bat 3 orders, which is really good. And from that point onwards, from October 23rd, let's say October 30th, right? Until December 22nd, until the series was, let's say, done, I basically was able to generate 111,000 euros in 45 days, a little bit more. The conversion rate was only 2%. You might think, that's not too high. And also the add to cart rate, for those who know, right? It's not, let's say, something that you would actually aim for, right? We at least aim for 8 to 10% conversion rate or more. Or let's say add to cart rate, I mean. But the reason why that is because in the beginning, you test so many products and you just don't have a winner yet. So basically your conversion rate and your add to cart rate will be lower because you don't have winning products yet, right? Because you need to test it. I actually tested 5 products per day, right? 5 products every single day, Sundays off. So with that, the add to cart rate will automatically be lower than when you test 1 product that is maybe a very good product, right? Because I test so much, right? There were also a lot that were just not working. That's completely normal. Like 95%, maybe 90% of products that you test won't work. But the one that will work will come up for all basically the cost that you make plus more, right? And once you have your second winner, that will basically also allow you to basically become profitable, right? So that's super important to understand that, you won't get rich quick or whatever, but if you're consistent, you can make a lot of money with it, right? 45 days, 111,000 euros. With that, I was profiting around 25 to 30%, which is pretty decent for like the first 45 days. So Valenta Mode, fashion, still using fashion now. And as you can see, there was also during Black Friday. During Black Friday, I was actually able to do quite well while we just were active like for a month, right? Black Friday was, I think, somewhere around, where was it? Like the 24th of November until Sunday. We were able to do 13,000 euros in 3 days, which is quite well for basically a store that has just been launched, right? So With that, I basically applied a product research method, which I will be elaborating on in this video, okay? And I will also show you guys what not to do in order to prevent to spend money on products and on basically strategies that will just cost you a lot of money, because that's as important as actually finding winning products, because you will save a lot of money and time, right? So with that being said, I have a few tabs open here. I have 2 ad library tabs open. One keywords that I will basically also list down this document inside the description of this video that you can use in order to do product research. Who seeks, which I will elaborate on, and my product sheet I will give away as well that you can use completely as well with all the products that I've tested, right? So with that being said, let's dive into the ad library. What does the ad library do? Most of you guys who know that this is a free tool. It's from basically Facebook itself, from Meta, where you can actually track Facebook and Instagram ads that are active, but also that have been advertised earlier that are inactive right now. And why is this so important? Why is this so good, actually? First of all, if you're a complete beginner, you don't want to overspend on complicated tools that you don't know anything about, that people are actually talking about, right? It is actually super important that you reduce your costs with that. And you do that by actually focusing on product research tools that are cost efficient, but are also allowing you to get the returns, right? That's what we are aiming for. Okay, so with that being said, what we want to do is actually use tools like the ad library in combination with PP Spy, which I will elaborate on, that will allow you to also track when the actual product has been created and also when the store has been created. So for example, for my own store, as you can see, I opened it up earlier in September. I launched it just like 30 days later, right? Because of some personal stuff. And the latest product I've basically added on December 31st of last year, right? So with that, you also see the theme that they use, and you can all use that in your favor to understand if you like something to do the same, right? So in here, in my basically website, I can track products as well. In here, you see the best-selling products. This was my first one. You can track that for every single store, and it goes basically in order from left to right, right? So we start here, then this one, etc., etc. This product right here, I still have one return here in my home that basically came as a return. So that's just a funny fact. But you know, as you are here, you're willing to know how I actually found those products. And that's what we do with the ad library. We don't need anything else besides the ad library and basically PP Spy, okay? So the first thing that we do is in here, we select a country. You want to focus on country per country. And a quick tip, depending on where you sell, right? You should basically do product research in countries that are similar like the market that you're operating in. For example, in my case, Germany, right? I'm selling in Germany. And then I want to do research in countries like the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, all of those countries around Germany. Why is that so important? People are almost the same. The weather, because I'm also selling fashion, is similar as in Germany. So people have the same buying behavior. If I would do product research in, for example, Australia, then the people that wear fashion there, like, you know, clothes there, is completely different, because it's right now, as it's, for example, the 4th of July today, right? It's getting summer right now in the Netherlands and Germany. It's getting winter in Australia. So that way it doesn't make sense to do product research there, as we find products that are not related to the season we are in, okay? So what we want to do in this case, if I would just do it for my own store right now, is do product research in, for example, the Netherlands, right? Ad category, we always use all ads, and then we search by a keyword or advertiser, okay? So in here, we see as well keywords, ad library that I created. And these are the most common keywords that you will see within ad copies. So what does that mean? These keywords right here that you will also see basically in the description are words that are very common to use in basically all ads in the ad copy. So if you think about ads, then most likely they're selling something, right? And with that, there is something like a 50% discount that people are using, sale ends soon, back in stock, to create urgency or scarcity, right? And these are words we can leverage in order to find products that would sell pretty well, right? And this is literally what you can copy. For example, the word 50% off. The only important thing that you should understand is, depending on the country that you're searching in, you should use the words in that native language, okay? So if I would search here by keyword or advertiser, and I would use 50% off, I would use 50% korting, right? In Dutch. Just a quick tip for all of you guys, use DeepL as your translator. This is the #1 translating tool there is, and you can really easily, just use words and you can copy it and you can use it for that native language, okay? So 50% off, and in here we use filters. This is super essential, okay? In here you'll see, for example, 50,000 results, over 50,000 results with the word 50% off, right? But what we want to do is we want to actually find ads that are active, right? That are trending. Because if it's not trending or it's not active, then most likely people are not making money with it. We want to make money with something that other people are making money with in our market, right? That's what I call the scavenger method. So with that, we understand that what we are going to test is actually also working for that person in the other country. So we can basically use that. We don't reinvent the wheel here, okay? So in here, we see filters. And this tab, we do two things. First of all, we always search for active ads, okay? Because inactive ads like this one, most likely they're not making money with it. Otherwise, they would have spent money on it still, right? The second thing that we do is we use the impression by date. And we do this because we don't want to basically search for products that are just being advertised. Let's say from July 4th that they were been advertised since today or yesterday. Because those products are most likely in the beginning stages. And that tells us that it's not directly determined a winning product yet, right? Because they could still be testing and it could not work. So we don't know if that's working for them. We want to find products that are guaranteed working for someone. And if a competitor is actually testing products for, let's say, 3-4 days or more, we can assume that they make money with it. Because no one would spend money on ads if they're not making anything in return. And that's also why it's so important to just basically look at that and to only use active ads for a certain time that is basically available. So we use the to date and we're gonna move that towards, let's say 1, 2, 3, or let's say 4 days earlier. So the 30th of June, okay? We apply 2 filters as we've done. And right now we are gonna scroll down. In here, I see this is most likely a brand, right? Fest. So that's not what we wanna do. This also have like 19,000 likes. And we don't want to test brands because it's copyrighted. And we don't want to actually basically use those products because we can get in trouble. What we can do is, for example, something like this. Bakker mode, right? There's like clothing. We click on shop now. And in here, we're going to do a few things. We see, first of all, that they have tested, or let's say that they have active products of 573 products on their store. That tells us that they know what they are doing because, most likely they have tested a lot. When I click on products, I see this product has been created a month ago. So with that, I understand directly that they're basically, when they're still advertising, that they are making money with it. But we first need to figure out if that is actually true, right? The first product has been created on April 23rd, so not too long ago, but they are still active. The only thing that I see right now is they're not testing actively because I see the newest product has been created on June 12th. So that's almost a month ago. So they are not very active as of now. So they're potentially just reinstating this product. And that is something that gives me a red flag. So I would just skip on this product. Okay. We move on. And in here, we see a few more products. Like, these kind of products, this is like not dropshipping, right? It's just a super huge, basically box spring. And we don't want to use that. So this one, for example, this is like a problem solving product, most likely. This is perfect for general stores. So depending on the niche that you use, that I also basically talked about in the earlier video that you can see on my YouTube channel as well, the 5 niches to sell in, right? This is actually solving a big problem, right? Because it's something that you can just stack a lot of stuff in and it's super easy and convenient to use. So when I click on, for example, the shop now button for this store, I see that this is potentially private labeled or a brand as well, because they are like tryvenus.com and this is as well basically their brand logo on it. So that is something that I normally don't want to burn my hands on because it is basically been used by a brand, and it could be that they have just copyrighted it or whatever, right? That they have the right to sell it and we not. So I would skip on this one. And that is super important to know, because we could have tested this one, we could have, become in trouble as well because of it. So when I scroll down, you see there are a lot of broad products because we are actually targeting super broad. And what basically tells us that, it's basically telling us that we have, let's say, the opportunity to find all kind of products. And that is perfect for like general stores. If you want to go and actually go niche down, I will show you guys what you can use. And that is here, keywords related to your niche. But just to find one product real quick that it could actually work, I would just show you guys that by just doing product research here. So this one, this is basically a fashion product, as you can see. This is only having one product, as you can see as well, created 2 months ago. And my aim always, guys, is I want to use products that are, let's say, maximum 1 month ago created till, let's say, 4 to 7 days minimum. Why? Because that's basically telling me that there is a trend. Because if it's longer than a month ago, most likely people get their hands on it already, and we're not the first one to test it as well in our country. Okay, so this could actually be a very good one. But just for your guys as well, we just skip on it, and then we just go to the next one. This one, this has been a winner like 3 years ago during Corona, during the pandemic. And in here I see as well, look, you can see 2 years ago. So we don't want to burn our hands on it, right? We want to use trends. Next one, Mekon Fashion. I scroll down, I see 299 products, which is great. They know what they're doing. Created 6 days ago. Perfect. This is super trending. This is new. And we just want to find out store as well has been basically created on March 3. So that's great. They know what they're doing. The newest product is today, so they are actively testing, and this is already having 2 good signs for us. So the next thing that I do is using the second ad library tab. I would copy this URL. Copy. I would paste it down in the search bar, and I'm going to basically check up how many ads they have for this product specifically. Okay. So what I would do next is click on filters, active ads, apply. And in here, you'll see already 2 ads for this product are running. The next thing that you want to do in order to find out if this is actually getting eyeballs, if this is actually driving people towards their store, is this. And this is super important. We click on see ad details. Then we click on the European Union transparency. And this is only available in Europe. Okay. We click on the drop down and we see this has a reach over 4,000. So that means that they are spending quite a lot for just 6 days. That is great. The next one, we want to just top up on that, basically the product that we just, on the ad that we just saw. We scroll down and we see this one, 20,000. This is great. I would test this product out. Why? It's basically in reach over, let's say 25,000. And I always tell my clients as well, we don't want to test product that are having lower than, let's say 5 or 10,000 reach, because it's just too little data in order to consider it a winning product. If they are consistently testing this product with an active ad and it is a reach over 20,000 plus this one 4,000, let's say 25,000 overall, then we know that they are making money with it, that they get eyeballs and that they get returns from it, because they wouldn't test it for like 5-6 days if it wasn't working for them. So this way we can consider it a winning product for them, and we can use this product in our advantage. And this is what we do next. What we do, I copy this ad library link with this advertiser, right? I go to the product sheet, and these are all the products that you can use as well that I've used. I would just duplicate this and I'll create a new one. So I will just remove all of this, all of the products that I've tested. Okay. And in here, you'll see the competitor link and the ad library link. I would just paste down the ad library link. This is, for example, for my team that understands that, okay, hey, this is the ad. We can create similar ads of it because that's already working. Like I said, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So the next thing that we do, if we copy this link, we paste it down here, and the selling price for them is $39.95. They have a 50% discount, and that's exactly what we're going to use as well. We always use 50%, okay? So $39.95 and $80 in terms of compared ad price, right? 50% discount. Tested, not yet. We can then use that as well. But in here, why I actually do this is just because I can right now just scroll further and we already have found a winning product. So I can close this tab and we can move on. For these ones, I do the exact same, okay? Melif Amsterdam, I click on products, created 4 months ago. So most likely it's not that trending anymore. So I would skip on this one. So this is like how we do it. And you can do that for all of these products. There are literally hundreds here that you can test and you can use. Okay. So this one as well, 22 days ago, I would go to their ads. You can here as well click on view ads and we do the exact same thing using the filter of active ads, right? Always apply. And as you can see, they have 7 results. So 7 ads live right now. So what that tells me, from these 7 ads, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ads for this product that I searched on. And the good thing is they're running it for like 4 days. So that means that they are making money with it. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend more on it after a day or two maximum. When I click on the ad details, they have 10,000 reach here, right? They have 3,000 reach here. So that's 13,000. I just added up. 900, let's say 1,000. So that's 14,000. 14,000 still. And the last ad as well, like 128. So 14,000 reach in the beginning stages, which is perfect. This is working for them. What we can do again, we use this. We just paste it down here in the ad library and the product page link as well. And the selling price, right? $44.95 compared to 90. $44.95 compared to 90, right? So this is exactly what we do. And the next thing that I want to show you guys is do it actually within niches. So if you're willing basically to sell within a niche, or you're looking for basically a way to maybe just, use a niche and you want to find out products that are related to your niche instead of just finding very broad products, that is what I will do next. Think about words that are related to the products that you can sell within your niche, okay? So that those are the words here, keywords related to your niche. So for fashion, for example, my case, what it would be also related, this is super important, related to the time of year we are in, which would be, for example, during summer in Germany, dresses or dress, sandals, slippers, bikini, swim, short, shirts for men or shirt. All of those words are actually related to, let's say, the summer during this period for, those kind of niches. If you're, for example, in home and garden, you can think about your garden. So garden, do it yourself, right? People like to do stuff in their garden, or lighting, or something like that, lights, or atmosphere, right? For people who like to just sit with family or whatever in the garden with lights, those kind of products that are using the words like this. These are keywords related to your niche that you're selling in, and you just need to be a bit creative in order to find those. So let's just test it, okay? Dress. I would do it, for example, in Sweden right now. So dress, I use the Swedish language. Cleaning, more nice word. I never heard of it, doesn't matter. I go to Sweden, here. Sweden, and I just find right now keywords related to dress within their ad copy that they are using with, again, filters, active ads, and running for at least, let's say, 4-5 days, right? 690 ads. This is very specific, but this is perfect, right? So what I will do next, I will scroll down. This is important. I see here Temu Sweden. Temu, like Shein, all of those, let's say, very big stores is something you don't want to take products from, because they have unlimited advertising budget. They're like the biggest in the game, and those most likely, they spend so much and they maybe don't get anything in return, right? So what I would do, I would just skip all of these, and in here we see the first ad, which is not related to such a big store like Temu, right? Nordic Aura. I just click on the ad, let's say the store again. Let's say click on shop now, product page. This is the perfect dropshipping product. And I will show you guys as well in a second how you can actually find out if it's a dropshipping product, if it's available on AliExpress in order to have your agent source it, right? But in here, 13 days ago, perfect. Next thing, we do the same thing again, guys. I copy this thing here. It's not rocket science, right? Paste it down, search for it. And right now we're using the active ads, which already applied, which is perfect. And we scroll down until we see that specific ad within this store, okay? So you see a lot actually. So I see only 1, 2, 3. That's good. 3, 4. 4 ads using this, basically 4 ads for this product, which is great. But the very important thing for you guys to understand as well, they don't have just one product. I just searched this one, but you can actually leverage more of the winning products that they might have for the store, because we see 70 results. So it could just be besides this product that they are actually doing well with other products and maybe even better. So that's what we will figure out in a second as well. Let me just find active ads, because it could be that will just drop down to 23 as you can see. But I will scroll down and see still 3 active for this specific product. I find this one 7,000 only on this ad. Again, 900, so let's say 8,000. And this one 3,000. So that tells us 11,000 reach. Perfect. I would test this one as well. So I do the exact same thing, guys. Go to the product sheet. I will also share this with you guys. Paste it down. Add library link. Paste it down. Right? Selling price was 394 coronas. So what I would do is literally this 349 KR to euro, and I see that's 30 euros. So let's say I would sell it for 29.95, right? As we always want to use the pricing correctly in order to, just increase the conversion rate. So 29.95, and I can later on still check with the agent if this price makes sense for me to sell with, and if I still have enough margin in order to, actually test. And just a quick tip for you guys, always use at least 15 to 18 euros of profit margin per product sold. If you're gonna, let's say, you rely on like 5 or 7 euros profit per product sold, you will never be able to advertise profitably for long term, because your spend on Facebook will be bigger than the profit that you will have to acquire a customer. And that's super important, okay? So the next thing, in order to actually figure out if this is actually a dropship tool, how do you know that? What we do is super simple. We're gonna create a screenshot of this product here. So I'll make a screenshot right now. I go to Who Seeks. This is exactly where we use it for. In here, we can upload images, and with the image that we created from that product store, it's gonna source suppliers within AliExpress that are using the same image that we want to use, right? So that's what I will do right now. I'm gonna use it here. And right now, as you can see, these are the suppliers for this product. It's the exact same. So if you're using an agent, what I would highly suggest, that you can also watch in my earlier YouTube videos on how to source it, you know that they can ship it out because it's available. If they cannot, we can still fulfill it because there are suppliers available on AliExpress. But I would suggest to use a supplier. I can also make a new video of it for those who missed it, but you can also find it back on my YouTube channel. So this way we use whoseeks.com in order to find out if it's actually available to fulfill the product, right? So this is exactly what we do. I scroll down. The first product that I tracked is already one that I would test, right? I scroll down. I see Temu again. I see more in here as well that we can track, and we do the exact same, okay? This one as well. 1,209 products. This tells me that they know exactly what they're doing because they have a bunch of products, and most likely they used a lot. 5 days ago, very recent, but perfect. Shop October 16th of 2023. So these guys know exactly what they are doing, guaranteed. What I would do, most likely they have more products available on their ad library that we can track. And if that is true, I can use this competitor every single time. And what I would do with that, this is a quick tip for you guys as well. I would duplicate this. I would make this like stores to track in order to just remove this. And you're going to use, for example, just this store URL here in order to just track this store every 2 to 3 days to see if they have new products, because then you're the first one to get their hands on it if it's actually making them money with new products. This way you're basically don't need to do the hard stuff every single time, but you have a list of competitors that you can leverage and use every single time in order to be the first one to retest that product in your market based on what they have tested, right? And this way we don't burn our hands on basically products that are not selling well, because we do what is already working, okay? So next up, like I said, here, 2,800 results. Just a quick side note. Most of the advertisers use a minimum budget, of 50 euros per day per ad. If you have 2,800 ads, right? Then you're having, let me do the maths, 2,800 of a minimum times a minimum of 50. They have spent 140,000 euros in like 8 months on ads, minimum. But I can guarantee you they've at least doubled or tripled or quadrupled this. Because if you're basically, having products that are working well, you would like to spend as much as possible. Sometimes I'm spending 1,500 to 3,000 euros a day on one product. and then you can get like, 8, 9, 10 or even more €1,000 in return per day. So this way, you know exactly that they are making money and they know what they're doing. But we still use the filter of active ads. So I'm just gonna apply this. You see 530 ads right now active, guys. This is insane. Let me do the maths again, okay? 530 ads live only, times at least minimum of 50. They're spending €26,000 minimum. I think they're spending €40,000 or something per day minimum on basically their ads. They're making huge money. They're making at least like 40, 50,000 euros per day on their store, okay? So with that, I know that we can leverage products that are working for them super easily. I use, let's say, just gonna search for this product that I was searching for, right? This dress. I will scroll down and there are so many products here that you can use. Like literally after this store, you don't even need to do product research anymore for the next 2 to 3 days because you have a bunch of ads that you can use, right? All of the ones that you see here, like for example, this one I was searching for, is that this one? No, it's a different one. So you just need to find out which one it is, but you have a big list of ads that you can use here, okay? So yeah, this is a perfect store for you guys that you guys can use right after this video. So with that being said, this is exactly how I do product research. I do it in the ad library. I go to their, basically, their list here. And with that, I just click on, for example, the see ad details in order to find out how many reach they have in order to test it. And if they're like selling it for longer than 2 to 3 days, I know that they are making money with it because otherwise they would have killed it already, right? Let's say the minimum of 3 days would be perfect if you test those products. So with that, guys, it's nothing more than this, honestly. There are so many people also telling you a lot of stuff that you can do or should do and must do in order to consider it a winning product. In order to use, let's say, paid tools, which is required, all of that stuff, bullshit, I can tell you now. If you use this, the ad library, in combination with PP Spy, right? And you just use the exact same keywords that I used and you just be creative with it to create your own, right? Then I can guarantee you will make money dropshipping if you test at least maybe 2 to 3 products per day consistently. By time, you can build your team. You can do everything in order to basically save you time. So you can buy back your time from that point. But from the beginning, you can do this with, let's say, 2 to 3 hours per day. You find winning products per day just to test 1, maybe 2 per day. And then you're going to scale it. So you buy back your time. So you're able to generate more money with the team that is doing the hard work for you. Okay. I will also create a video later on in order to basically to understand how you actually build a team and what are the right choices in order to do that. Because there is basically an order in order to do that, right? You don't want to do product research outsourcing like from the beginning because that's actually creating your money. You want to do that for tasks that are costing you time. And that way you're able to produce more money with the time that you've left, right? To actually focus on the tasks that are actually generating your money. Facebook ads and product research, okay? So with that, that will be all explained in a new video. I hope this was genuinely valuable. What I will do for you guys, I will list down this sheet here. I will list down the keywords that you can use and also use who seeks you can search up. And with that being said, this is exactly how I do product research. So I genuinely hope this was valuable for all of you. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Peace.